Las Vegas is celebrated as a city where dreams come true. A dazzling playground of iconic casinos, luxurious hotels, world-class shows, and fine dining. It promises instant wealth and endless excitement, earning its reputation as an adult wonderland. But beyond the neon lights and high-stakes glamour lies a shadowy reality that few dare to explore. Did you know Las Vegas owes part of its rise to the Mafia? The same city that inspired the movie The Godfather and linked figures like Frank Sinatra to mob dealings also shares a murky connection to the Kennedy assassination. And that's not all. Beneath the glittering facade, there's an even darker secret. Deep under the bustling streets and mega casinos, an underground world exists. In the miles of storm-drained tunnels, dozens, perhaps hundreds of people live in unimaginable conditions. These forgotten souls inhabit the shadows, surrounded by darkness and despair, far from the city's glamorous surface. Curious? Stay with us as we uncover Las Vegas without the filters, delving into its unsettling past and descending into the claustrophobic depths of its hidden underbelly. This is the side of Sin City few ever see, a place where the glitter fades, revealing the raw and gritty truth. Number 1. Las Vegas in the unlikely city that shouldn't exist. Las Vegas, a shimmering oasis in the heart of the Nevada desert, is a city that defies logic. Built in an arid, barren land with scarce water and scorching heat, it's a place that shouldn't exist, but it thrives as the world's entertainment capital. Known for its iconic casinos, luxurious resorts, wild nightlife, and endless opportunities to test your luck, Las Vegas is where dreams are made or broken in a heartbeat. Did you know the city also hosts the CES, one of the biggest tech events globally? Each January, the brightest minds and leading companies gather here to showcase groundbreaking innovations, from futuristic gadgets to mind-bending AI technology. CES transforms Vegas into a playground of the future, where the latest in technology is revealed to the world. Las Vegas has also been immortalized on the silver screen, starring in countless movies like Ocean's 11, The Hangover, Casino, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. These films capture its allure, chaos, and darker side. This improbable city, rising from the dust, is a paradox, an extravagant playground in the middle of nowhere. Las Vegas is a place where the impossible becomes real, leaving a mark on all who visit. Number 2. Las Vegas Boulevard. Las Vegas Boulevard, famously known as the Strip, is a world like no other. A surreal journey through fantasy and extravagance. Where else can you stroll past a towering replica of Egypt's Great Pyramid, stand beneath a glittering Parisian Eiffel Tower, and glide along Venice's romantic canals, all in a single day? The Strip is a spectacle of larger-than-life replicas and dazzling illusions. The Luxor Hotel boasts a giant pyramid with a beam of light so powerful it can be seen from space. At the Paris Las Vegas, the Eiffel Tower stands tall, offering stunning views of the city. And at the Venetian, gondolas drift along serene canals complete with singing gondoliers. Number 3. No clocks, no windows, no ends. Las Vegas is a city designed to trap you in its endless allure. Walk into any casino and you'll notice something strange. There are no clocks, no windows, and no clear sense of time. Why? It's all part of a masterful psychological strategy. By removing clocks and windows, casinos create a timeless environment where you lose track of day or night. The goal is simple: keep you playing. Without the natural cues of time passing, you're more likely to stay longer, bet more, and chase that elusive win. Add bright lights, hypnotic sounds, and free drinks, and you're fully immersed in the casino's world. In Las Vegas, time doesn't exist, only the thrill of the moment, designed to keep you hooked. Number 4. Lotteries. No way. It might surprise you, but lotteries are banned in Las Vegas, the gambling capital of the world. Why? Nevada's powerful casino industry made sure of it. They feared that state-run lotteries would compete with their business, pulling money away from the slot machines, poker tables, and high-stakes games that drive their profits. By keeping lotteries out, casinos maintain control over the gambling scene, ensuring all bets stay within their walls. In a city built on chance and risk, it's ironic that you can't buy a simple lottery ticket. Here, the house always wins, and they're not sharing the pot. Number 5. Dark history. Las Vegas wasn't always a glittering paradise of casinos and neon lights. In the 19th century, it was little more than a dusty, barren stopover for travelers heading west. Back then, it was a small desert town with nothing but a few springs, offering a brief respite to weary pioneers crossing the scorching Mojave Desert. There was no glamour, no nightlife, just a desolate outpost. Everything changed in the early 20th century. The construction of the Hoover Dam in the 1930s brought workers and opportunities, fueling a population boom. Around the same time, Nevada legalized gambling, planting the seeds for the city's transformation. But Las Vegas truly found its identity when the mob arrived. During the mid-20th century, organized crime syndicates saw potential in the desert town. Mobsters like Bugsy Siegel poured money into building lavish casinos, including the Flamingo, turning Vegas into a gambling haven. Behind the flashing lights, deals were made in the shadows. Money laundering, corruption, and violence shaped the city's growth. The mob controlled it all, and Las Vegas became a playground for risk and excess. Over time, corporate giants replaced the mob, turning Vegas into the family-friendly, yet decadent city we know today. But the dark history remains. The glittering strip was built on a foundation of crime, ambition, and scandal. Beneath the luxury and spectacle lies the story of a city that rose from the desert, fueled by dreams, greed, and shadows. Number 6. Mafia. Las Vegas was once the ultimate playground for the Mafia, a lawless desert ripe for opportunity. Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, a notorious mobster, saw its potential in the 1940s. He envisioned a luxurious casino that would attract the rich and famous to this barren wasteland. In 1946, he opened the Flamingo, a lavish resort that blended gambling, entertainment, and Hollywood glamour. It was a bold gamble, one that almost didn't pay off. The opening was a disaster, plagued by delays, overspending, and low attendance. The mob grew impatient. In 1947, Siegel was gunned down in Beverly Hills, likely as retribution for mismanaging Mafia funds. His death marked a turning point. After his demise, the Mafia heavily invested in Las Vegas, building iconic casinos like the Sands and the Tropicana, turning the city into a gambling empire. But Las Vegas's relentless growth came with consequences. The city's massive water consumption and energy use have strained the environment. Lake Mead, once a lifeline for the region, has been drying up due to climate change and overuse, exposing a grim reality. While Las Vegas glitters on the surface, its impact on the environment raises dark questions about sustainability in a city built against nature's odds. Number 7. Kennedy and Sinatra. Las Vegas in the mid-20th century wasn't just about casinos and mobsters. It was also about power, fame, and influence. Two iconic figures tied to its rise were President John F. Kennedy and legendary entertainer Frank Sinatra. Their stories intersected with the city's glitzy yet shadowy world. Frank Sinatra was more than a performer in Las Vegas, he was a king. As part of the Rat Pack, he dominated the Strip with electrifying shows, drawing celebrities and high rollers to the city. But Sinatra's ties went beyond music. He had connections to powerful mafia figures who controlled the casinos. These relationships helped shape the image of Las Vegas as the ultimate playground for the rich and famous. John F. Kennedy's link to Vegas was more subtle but no less impactful. Rumors swirled about his secretive connections to mobsters like Sam Giancana, who allegedly helped him secure the presidency by influencing key states. Las Vegas, under mob control, became part of the web of power and intrigue surrounding Kennedy. While Sinatra brought glamour and star power to the Strip, Kennedy's story added an air of political mystery. Together, they symbolize how Vegas blurred the lines between fame, power, and the underworld, creating a city where everything and everyone had a price. Number 8. Gold isn't for everyone, the poor class. Hundreds of people live in shadows. These are the forgotten, homeless individuals, runaway teens, and those fleeing broken lives. Living in these tunnels means constant darkness, floods during rainstorms, and unimaginable conditions. They survive on scavenged items, donations, or the meager pay from odd jobs or low-paying gigs on the Strip. Many work in casinos or restaurants but can't afford the city's high cost of living. Their world is invisible to most tourists, yet their struggles mirror the harsh reality of a city built on excess, a sharp contrast to Vegas's shining surface. Number 9. The tunnels. The tunnels beneath Las Vegas were originally built for storm drainage, designed to manage the city's occasional floods. But over time, they became something else, an unlikely home for people in desperate situations. As the city's population grew, so did homelessness, and many found refuge in the tunnels. away from the harsh conditions of the streets. What started as a place to redirect water became a hidden world where people lived out of sight, struggling to survive in the shadows. Number 10. Why live in the tunnels? Living in the tunnels of Las Vegas might seem unimaginable, but for some it's the only option. The city's rising cost of living and lack of affordable housing push many to the edge. For those without jobs or stable incomes, the tunnels offer a shelter, however bleak. It's a place to escape the harsh realities of life on the streets, offering some degree of safety and anonymity. Though dark, damp, and dangerous, these tunnels become a last refuge for people who've fallen through society's cracks, struggling to survive far from the glittering lights above. Number 11. Living condition underground. Living underground in the Las Vegas storm tunnels is nothing short of grim. The conditions are harsh, damp, dark, and cramped, with little ventilation. Floods are a constant risk when it rains, turning already difficult living spaces into dangerous, muddy waters. The temperature fluctuates wildly, making it unbearably hot in summer and cold in winter. There's no electricity or running water, so basic needs like hygiene and cooking are nearly impossible. People rely on what they can scavenge or what's given to them by kind-hearted strangers. It's a life of constant struggle, survival in a hidden world beneath the city of excess, far from its shiny surface. Number 12. Different laws. In Las Vegas, it often feels like there are unspoken rules for different people. While tourists and wealthy visitors enjoy the luxury and freedom of the Strip, those who are homeless find themselves restricted by laws that make survival even harder. Some areas of the city, like the Strip itself or popular tourist zones, have laws that prohibit homeless individuals from staying within a certain distance. It's part of the effort to keep the city's image pristine and maintain a flow of tourists. In other cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, or New York, similar laws exist where homeless people are often moved or forced to stay out of sight, pushed to the outskirts or to less visible areas. These laws are called anti-camping or no-sleeping ordinances. The reasoning behind these laws is often about public safety and aesthetics, but for many, it just adds to the struggle of living on the streets. The system can feel designed to push the homeless away rather than help them.